Hello student, welcome back. In today we will discuss about simple interest. Right, we had already discussed in previous videos about loss and profit percentage, and today we will discuss simple interest. Right, so first we have to try to understand what are the basic concepts about simple interest. So we always heard about principal values, rate of interest, time, and simple interest as well as amount, right? So in today we have to understood what is the definitions of simple interest, principal, rate of interest, time, and which type of questions asked in previous exams or last exams, right? So we consider all values with the help of this diagram, right? So here if one student, one man, that is the name of Abhinav. Abhinav, he wanted invested 1 lakh rupees in MPL company, right? Abhinav want invested 1 lakh rupees in MPL company, right? But he have only 50,000 rupees. अभिनव के पास यानी he have 50,000 rupees and he want extra 50,000 rupees, but no anyone support to Abhinav. So finally he have a one way. So he would goes to RBI bank. Abhinav goes to RBI bank and he requested to RBI bank, and finally RBI bank agreed to give a loan. So RBI said, I will give 50,000 rupees, and RBI said, I will give you 50,000 rupees as a loan at the rate of interest is equal to 10% for 5 years, and after the 5 years you will return principal value, that means 50,000 plus simple interest, that is equal to amount value. चलिए अभी इसे एक बार समझते हैं। अभिनव चाहता है कि मैं 1 लाख रुपीज एमपीएल कंपनी में इन्वेस्टेड करूं, लेकिन बट ही हैव ओनली 50,000 रुपीज, बट उसके पास 50,000 रुपी ही है। अब उसे 50,000 रुपीज की ज़रूरत है, तो अभिनव आरबीआई के पास जाता है। आरबीआई मीन्स डैट इज द नेम ऑफ बैंक, बैंकर्स ऑफ बैंक, राइट। सो आरबीआई कहती है कि आई विल गिव 50,000 रुपीज, आई विल गिव 50,000 रुपीज। तो यहाँ पे आरबीआई उससे 50,000 रुपीज देती है, दैट इज द प्रिंसिपल वैल्यू। कितना रुपए का लोन दिया, दैट इज द प्रिंसिपल वैल्यू, राइट। सो प्रिंसिपल 50,000, रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट 10%, रेट ऑफ interest that is a 10% for 5 years, and RBI said after the end of 5 years you will return principal and simple interest for 5 years. Then we will say that that is the amount after the complete the year term, that is amount value, right। अब आप मुझे यहाँ पे ये बताइए कि अभिनव ने कितना रुपए का लोन उठाया, अभिनव ने कितना रुपए का लोन लिया। तो आप कहोगे सर अभिनव ने 50,000 रुपीज का लोन लिया, सो दैट्स वाई प्रिंसिपल वैल्यू इज इक्वल टू 50,000। आरबीआई ने उसे रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट दैट इज 10% का लोन दिया, 10% पे उसे लोन दिया, लेकिन कितने साल का, 5 years का। सो प्रिंसिपल वैल्यू 50,000, रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट 10%, टाइम फॉर 5 years, and after the end of 5 years Abhinav will return to the bank principal and simple interest, right। So how we will calculate simple interest and how we will calculate amount? So we will understood with the examples, right? So मुझे लगता है, I think that you would be understood all concept, what is the meaning of principal, rate of interest, time and amount, right? So we move on the examples. So this is the first problem. Find the simple interest on rupees 3600 for 4 years at 12% per annum is. So here we find out the simple interest, that is the SI, on rupees 3600. So that is principal 3600 for 4 years, that is time for 4 years at 12% per annum. That means rate of interest is equal to 12%. So first I write given data. So principal is equal to 3600, time is equal to 4 year, rate of interest is equal to 12%, and find the simple interest, right? So we will solve those questions without formula, right? So मेरे पास यानी we have the principal value, that is 3600, right? That is the principal, and time, that is the 4 year, right? Time, that is the 4 year. So that means first year, second year, third year, 4 year, right? So rate of interest, that is equal to 12%, right? So 12% of 3600. So first we find out 12% of 3600 is equal to what? So 12%, that means 12 divided by 100, of means multiplications, 3600 as it is, this 20 cancel out, so remaining 12 into 36, and simple calculations. So rupees 432, that is the interest. So first year, that is the 432, second year 432, so similar third year and fourth year, right? So simple interest on rupees 3600 for first year, that is 432, and we have to find out 4 year, so 432 into 4, so simple SI is equal to sum of all interest, right? So simple, we add all the interest, that is 432 plus 432, that is 4 times, and we will get 1728, that is the simple interest for 4 years on rupees 3600. I think this is clear to everyone. So we will solve, we solve without formula. This is the mentally calculations, and this is very easy for every students in exam. So we keep practice more problem, then we will familiar with those type of questions, right? So we move on next example. That is the second example. Find the simple interest on rupees 4400 for 3 years at 9% per annum is. So find out the simple interest again. Rupees 4400, so that is the principal value for 3 years, that is the time is given, t is equal to 3 years, and rate of percent is equal to 9%, right? So principal is equal to 4400, time is equal to 3 years, rate of interest is equal to 9%, then find out the simple interest, right? So principal, that is 4400, and for how many years? That is 3 years. So 1 2 3, so that is the first year, that is third year, and that is the second year, right? So 49%, 9% of 4400. So 20 cancel out, that is a 4 into 44, 4 4s are 16, 4 4s are 16, and remaining 176. I think this is clear to everyone. So 4%, 4% means divide by 100, 100 means that is 20, 20 cancel out 4 into 44, that is 176. So first year simple interest, that is 176, second year also same, and third year also same. So simple we add, so 6 plus 6. So simple interest for 3 years, that is 528. I think this is clear to everyone student. अब सबसे पहले क्या करना पड़ता है, सबसे पहले प्रिंसिपल लिखो। प्रिंसिपल लिखने के बाद आपको कितने साल का चाहिए, दैट इज 3 इयर्स का। सो दे वी कैटेगराइज इनटू 3 लाइन्स, फर्स्ट ईयर, सेकेंड ईयर, थर्ड ईयर। फर्स्ट ईयर में भी आपको इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ेगा और सेकेंड ईयर में भी आपको इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ेगा। तो सिमिलर थर्ड ईयर में भी। अब मुझे ये बताइए, फर्स्ट वी कैलकुलेट व्हाट इज द एग्जैक्ट, यानी 4% ऑफ 4400 का कितना होगा, राइट। सो 4% इज इक्वल टू 4% ऑफ 44 इज इक्वल टू 176, दैट इज द फर्स्ट ईयर। सो सिमिलर सेकेंड एंड सो ऑन। सो 176 प्लस 176, that and that's we will get 528 rupees. I think this is very easy for every student. So we move on next example. So example number third, find the simple interest on rupees 600 for 6 years at 10% per annum is, right. So first we find out what is the principal value, time and rate of interest, right. So principal value, that is 600, time for 6 years, and rate of interest is equal to 10%, right. So first I write here. So principal is equal to 600, right. 600 and calculate for 6 years. So we categorize into 6 years, right. 600 and calculate 6 years. So that's why I draw a 6 lines. Up rate of interest is on principal. So 10% of 600, so 600 का 10%, that is the 60, right. So 10% of 600, that is just 60. अब आप कह रहे होंगे सर 60 कैसे आए, so that is 0 0 cancel out 1 into 60, that is just 60. Yeah, if you have a problem calculate for percentage, so student I will suggest you please watch percentage topic, that is at least 2 video. Your doubts would be clear. That's cleared, right. So first year interest, that is just 60, second year 60, third year 60, fourth year 60, fifth similar 60, right. So 60 multiple with 6 times, that is 60 into 6 is equal to 360. That is the interest of rupees 600 for 6 year at 10%, that is equal to 360. This is very easy questions, right. बहुत ही आसान क्वेश्चन था। 600 पे सिंपल इंटरेस्ट निकालना है 10% के हिसाब से 6 सालों के लिए। तो 1 साल का सिंपल इंटरेस्ट 60 होता है, तो ऐसा 6 सालों के लिए, 6 सालों के लिए कितना होगा, दैट इज 360. I think this is clear to everyone. So we move on next example. So example number 4, find the simple interest on rupees 700 for 3 years at 4% annum is. So first we find out what is the value of principal, time, rate of interest, right. So principal is equal to 700, time is equal to 3 years, rate of interest is equal to 4%. So first I write the given data. So principal is equal to 700, time is equal to 3 years, rate of percent is equal to 4%. Find the simple interest. So rupees 700, right, that is the principal value, and we have to calculate for simple interest for 3 years, that is the first year, second year and third year, right? So 4% of 700, so 4% of 700, that is equal to percent cancel out, 4 into 7, that is a 28. So 4% of 700, that is equal to 28. Simple, we calculate 4 into 7 and percent, and this 0 cancel out, we will get 28. So simple interest, that is the first year 28, second year that is a 28, and third year that is a 28, right? So 28 into 3 करोगे या फिर सिंपल ऐड करो, सो 28 into 3 कर देता हूँ, so 8 3s are 24, carry 2 3 2s are 6 and 2. So 84 is the right answer. अब मुझे लगता है कि आपको ये समझ में आया होगा कि हम इसे मेंटली कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। 700 निकालना है 4% का। सबसे पहले फर्स्ट वी फाइंड आउट 4% ऑफ 700, दैट इज इक्वल टू 28, and for 3 years, so 28 that is the first year, 28 that is the first year, so similar continue up to 3 years, so 28 into 3, that is 84. So correct answer is 84, right? I think this is those type of questions practice are enough, so we move on next type of questions, right student? So example number 5, find the amount on rupees 500 for 4 year at a rate of interest that is 4% per year. So calculate, that is the amount on principal 500 for 4 year at 4% per year. So first we find out the values, that is the principal, time, rate of interest, right? So principal is equal to 500, so rate of interest is equal to 4%, time is equal to 4 year. So first we calculate simple interest, then we calculate amount, right? So principal value, that is 500, and for 4 years, so that's why we categorize into, yeah, we divide into 4 part, that is the first year, that is second year, third year, similar 4 year, right? So 4% of 500, so 4% of 500 is equal to 5 4s are, that is 20. So simple interest on first year, that is 20, so similar second year 20, third year 20, and so on, that is the 4 years. So total interest is equal to, so 20 plus 20 plus 20, that is 20 into 4 is equal to 80. So that is simple interest on 500 for 4 year at 4%, that is 80. But we have to find out amount, right? Find out amount. Amount means principal plus SI value. So amount is equal to principal plus simple interest. So principal is equal to 500 and the simple interest is equal to 80. So we will get 580. So amount is equal to 580. That's why option B is the correct answer. अब आप सोचोगे कि सर आप एक डायरेक्ट कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हो? सो 4% ऑफ 500. आप मुझे ये बताओ स्टूडेंट, ये परसेंट का मतलब क्या होता है? दैट इज पर 100, और ऑफ मीन्स मल्टीप्लीकेशंस, और ये दैट इज 20. So this 20 cancel out and 5 4s are, that is 20, है कि नहीं? सो मुझे ये बताइए परसेंट का मतलब क्या होता है? पर 100. 100 मीन्स दैट इज द 20 मीन्स 2, हियर देखो 100 मीन्स दैट इज 20 फर्स्ट सेकेंड, एंड हियर फर्स्ट सेकेंड. सो दैट्स वाई वी इजीली eliminated or terminated, that is 20. So remaining 4 into 5, then we will get 20. I think this is clear to everyone student. And if you have face problem calculate in percentage, so student, I will suggest you please watch at least 2 videos of percentage, then I ensure that you would be familiar with percentage topic. Still you have any problem, so please keep put on comment sections box, right? So we move on next example. So example number 6, find the amount on rupees 8,000 for 7 year at 8% per year or per annum is. So first we find out the calculate, that is a simple interest, then we easily solve amount value, right? So first we have to find out what are the values of principal, time, rate of interest is equal to what? So principal is equal to 8,000, right? So principal is equal to 8,000, time is equal to 7 year, rate of interest is equal to 8%. First we find out the simple interest, then we move towards amount, right? So principal value, that is equal to 8,000, right? So 8,000 and for 7 years, right? So we divide simple interest on 7 part. Why 7 part? Because 7 year we calculate 7 year. So 8% of 8,000. So what is the simple interest, right? So percent is equal to, so 8 is just 64, so 640 simple interest on first year. So here 640, so similar 640, right? अब यहाँ पे आप में से कोई ऐसा स्टूडेंट भी हो सकता है कि वो कह सकता है कि सर 640 यहाँ पे 7 टाइम्स ना लिखो तो अच्छा है। यानी ऐसा स्टूडेंट हो सकता है जो ये कह सकता है कि सर मुझे 7 टाइम्स नहीं लिखना है, मुझे तो पता है कि 7 टाइम्स लेना है, तो क्या मैं 640 इंटू 7 डायरेक्ट कर सकता हो? तो मैं कहूँगा बिल्कुल स्टूडेंट आप सही जा रहे हो। 640 multiple with 7 times, so why we put, yeah, why we write 7 times, right? So we will save our times, so we can, yeah, we could directly put 640 into 7 is okay, no problem student, you are on right way, right? So simple calculation, 7 4s are 28, carry 2, 7 6 are 42 or a 44, right? And 0 as it is. So simple interest on rupees 8,000 for 7 year at 8% is equal to 4,480, right? But we have to find out amount. So amount is equal to principal plus simple interest, right? So principal value 8,000 and simple interest, that is 4,480. We will add simple, so 12,480 would be amount, right? So what is the value of amount? That is equal to 12,480 rupees. I think this is clear. बहुत ही easy problem है. First we find out the simple interest, then principal plus simple interest, we will get the amount value, right? So we move on next example. So example number 7, find the amount on rupees 5,000 for 5 year at 10% per annum is equal to, right? So यहाँ पे here find out the amount values on rupees 5,000 for 5 years at 10% per annum is equal to what? So first we find out the simple interest, then we will move towards amount. But before what uh, but we have to find out what are the values of principal, time and rate of interest, right? So principal is equal to 5,000, time is equal to 5 years, and rate of interest is equal to 10%. So first I will write here. Okay, so principal value is equal to 5,000, but for 5 years. So similar, simple interest divide on 5 parts. Why 5 parts? Because we calculate that is the 5 years. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first year, second year, third year, fourth year and so on. अब यहाँ पे rate of interest that is equal to 10% of 5,000. So 10% of 5,000, right? So that is equal to 500. Why 500? Percentage cancel out. This 0 cancel out, right? So 10% of 5,000 is equal to 500. So that's why simple interest on first year, that is a 500. Similar second, third, fourth and fifth also, right? So that's why we could say that 500's multiple with 5 times. So 5 5s are 25 and 20 as it is. So that is the value of simple interest on 5,000 for 5 year at 10% per annum. But we have to find out the amount value. So amount is equal to principal plus SI. So principal value, that is 5,000, and simple interest, that is 2,500. So that's why 7,500, that's the amount value on rupees 5,000, right? अब आज So in today we had discussed about how to calculate simple interest or and as well as amount. We use without formula technique. We had calculated on मेंटली प्रिपरेशंस, राइट. सो 5,000 है, 5,000 का एक साल में 500 रुपीज़, तो 5 साल का कितना है ना, जरा सा यानी आप इसे अंडरस्टूड कीजिए और मेंटली कैलकुलेट सोचने का प्रयास कीजिए. यू हैव टू थिंक ऑन मेंटली. Suppose 5,000 for 1 year at 10%, then what would be value? So first year 10% of 5,000, that is equal to 500. So that's why 5 years means 500 multiple with 5 times. That's why we will get 2,500, that is equal to simple interest, and principal value is equal to 5,000. 5,000 plus 2,500 is equal to 7,500. So such kind of thinking or such kind of way you have to think, you have to thought in your mind, then you will easily catch up, or you will easily solve simple interest and related problem within few seconds without using formula. सो आज का क्लास आपको कैसा लगा उसके बारे में जरूर रिव्यू दीजिए, राइट. सो हाउ अबाउट टुडेज लेक्चर्स, डिड you really like it or confusion type or really appreciate it? Please put on comment sections box of your views, right? And we will I will give homework part also, right? So those type of questions amongst your homework part, right? So you have to find out simple interest as well as amount for questions, right? And if you have faced any challenges, so please write in comment sections box. Definitely I will resolve in next videos, and you have to share with your friends, your